Okay, I'm ready, Gio. Before I look at more memes, you better start.
Okay. Welcome back.
Yes. Hello.
Again,
Who's back?
Shady.
removed from group. Once again, Walter cannot be with us this evening. He
Lame sauce.
will be with us probably next time. This time though.
When is next time? Next Friday, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Whenever.
It's Saturday today, but oh no, it's Friday.
It's
Fuck.
Kelly, don't even talk to me. I know my
Sorry.
days.
I don't know what day it is.
But this time, we're joined by a good friend of ours and one of the moderators in Haven, leaving, Owen.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
You good?
Did you guys not come apart for literally 10 seconds? This has been a train wreck of an opener.
I had to cough.
Did you just say boneless?
God, I love our podcast.
We've only done an episode.
It's still the best though.
It is now plural because this is episode 2, so get fucked,
Yeah,
Gio.
but it's not out yet.
But it is plural now.
It's true.
Yeah.
Technically, it was plural
not
before, but Kelly never posted
never
it.
uploaded the other one.
It's okay, we're more interesting, so it's fine.
at Kelly.
No.
Sorry.
Why
Okay,
are you
so
gonna
now-
do it to me like
Anyway.
that?
Gio, what is our topic today?
Shut up.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
you never actually introduced the
great.
podcast.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I never did what?
You never actually introduced the podcast.
No.
Hello,
Just
everybody.
said hi,
This
we're
is your
back.
captain speaking.
Thank you, Nick.
Anime being.
You. Yes, you. What are you doing here? We did exactly that bit last time.
Yeah, we did. That's gonna be the bit.
No.
And
I
every time
refuse.
you're gonna say,
I agree. Kelly, I love
No,
this idea.
I
This
think
is
that
how we're
should be.
opening.
Anyway, welcome back
Overruled.
to CCTV. This
Overruled.
is our second podcast.
This is a
Me
thing.
too.
Gio's vetoing me. He has too much power.
We'll figure out an actual official
Yeah.
podcast opening something or other.
One of these days.
Before we get to the topic, I would like to take a moment and talk about the things that we have done in the last, what has it been, 2 weeks since our last episode? Nick? That's
Fuck.
hentai.
Hasn't it only been
It's
one
not hentai.
I'm gonna click on this and I'm probably gonna regret it.
Shut the fuck
Oh,
up,
It's only
Nick.
it's only been a week, hasn't it?
I don't know. Anyway, a lot of stuff has happened in
okay.
the last week, and it's been very good.
Oh,
Nick, would
okay.
you like to talk about what you did
Uh-oh.
this week?
Ah.
I have one of those too. Let me find it.
Okay, Nick.
It's one of the emotes in Haven.
Oh. Can you repeat the question?
What did you do this week, Nick?
What did
What
you
did I
do? What did you do for Haven this week?
What did I do for Haven this week?
You
Um,
did a
I
very
have-
specific thing.
I did a tournament on
Yes.
Saturday, and we got spanked by someone from outside our server.
Is he now,
we
or
we
are they
did.
now in our server?
He is, yes. He is
Okay.
part of it, and he really enjoyed what's great. He really enjoyed himself, and
Oh, good.
he wants to come back to
Oh yay!
compete for our tournaments again, and he wants to bring other people. So next
Awesome.
tournament should be bigger, and it should be a lot better.
Cool, but hey, we gotta start somewhere.
Yes, which is this is a perfect start, and I'm excited to see where this goes in the future. And oh my lord.
Oh my god. Owen bringing you on the podcast was a mistake.
Hey, I told you
I think
If
what
it's
would
anyone
happen.
is wondering, I don't know if Gio is gonna cut this in later, but it is a picture of a red overlaid deep
I
fried
can
cat.
very easily overlay this later.
Okay.
Also,
Um,
Gio, I
and-
warned you that I would ruin your podcast.
I'm not gonna say that it's accurate because that would be rude.
Oh, can I also advertise something?
You may.
Yeah.
Next Saturday is going to be a Smash Brothers tournament that
Is
I am
that set
setting
up?
No.
Are you
It is
sure you
in-
want to do it next Saturday then?
Did you just say hamster? like
Jesus
the thing of the
Christ.
hamster.
Oh.
And he just saw it.
So much for
Well,
a good
it-
opening, huh?
I know, right? So the tournament,
Uh,
it shouldn't be that much different than setting up the fighters tournament.
Yeah,
it
but you
should
need
take.
to give people a bit of a heads up. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, man. I believe in you.
Well, I was gonna advertise it tomorrow and give them a week.
Do whatever you
I need
want.
to.
I'll play.
I need to make a big post on general about my tournament schedule because I want to have a tournament. Well, I can't do it every Saturday because apparently I'm locked into D&D.
You can do
But
it earlier in the day because
I can't because I teach.
Well, you're a piece of shit.
Can I?
So,
May I suggest something?
sure.
Publicize your calendar for it, and give it to me, and I will put it on the Google Calendar extension on our website.
The other issue is I don't know what other games are going to be tournaments. The only two that are solid is Fighters and Smash because those two are guaranteed players who will actually compete.
And it's only one player.
Yeah, I've been tossing around the idea of Siege, but the last time I tried to do a Siege event, everyone forgot about it, and so I don't think I'm going to be doing Siege. You're right.
Yeah.
The other one that I've been considering is Halo.
Yes.
Doing some Halo doubles would be interesting.
Team doubles is so much fun.
It is.
I'm glad that I only own one game out of the three that, or however many you've said already.
Which one?
It's just I know it
Siege.
can't count.
Siege.
I can't count. I can't count. Apparently, I can't own more than just.
If you
can't count, I don't know what day it is.
If you have any other suggestions where you think a specific game would be fun, please let me know, and I would consider it.
Put it down in the comment section because this will be on YouTube. And if it's not on YouTube because we set up a Spotify at some point, I'm sorry, you're out of luck.
And also, or on whatever that thing was that you sent me.
So basically, whatever competitive game that you think would be fun in a tournament setting, let me know, and then I will consider putting it up.
Overwatch.
Maybe I don't know. That would depend on the amount of people, and I completely uninstalled the game. So
yeah, I did too.
I don't want to reinstall it.
Rip in. Rip.
I don't know how many people play it, and I don't. Well, never mind. I was gonna say Star, but I feel like I would commit myself.
I would
and then
love to have an.
Giovanni, you would win immediately.
Okay, I would actually love to do a StarCraft tournament, but I know that I would have to go up against Geo, and I would cry. So like I.
Anyway.
Yeah.
What did I do for Haven? I posted a couple of videos.
You did.
I got all of the stuff up. I got the VOD for the tournament up, and I got the if YouTube will fucking load. Sorry, bad words.
And the D&D video. Oh no, you posted that. That's on yours.
Mine. That's mine. You can't has that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I read it while I was at work. I forgot.
No, just the VOD in the first episode.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bother Walter about figuring out Spotify because that's like the big one.
Yeah.
The rest are just kind of like Anything else Haven did in the last week or so?
What did you do for Haven leaving?
Did you moderate anything?
I unfortunately gave the idea of putting my girlfriend as a moderator.
Yeah, and then you got into a name change thing.
Then I got into a name change war. Yeah.
Good time.
You posted some art though.
I did. If you can call it art.
What are you typing?
We'll see.
The Cliffy Flex.
Anyway. Is that it?
I looked up, so we were sent a link for this platform called Anchor. Is that what it's called?
Oh, Geo.
Yes.
And it's for podcasts specifically. So we're looking into it. I really like the platform. It's very user friendly. So I will look into it, and the podcast might be up on there. I don't remember if this was in the last week because, frankly, my sense of time is really off right now because I just spent 5 hours in a dairy, and I don't really know what time it is right now. But we do have new art on our Instagram. We've gotten a new creator recently because we didn't talk about this in the last podcast, but we have at least one new creator, newly inducted creator, not new creator. His name is Ma. He does YouTube videos, so check him out on our website.
YouTube.
Yeah. I am also almost done with a short story that I said was going to be a short story, and I am currently on my 13th side of paper. So
See, side of paper.
Side of paper, not page of paper, side of paper.
So like
so it'll
only
be
7 pages.
shorter than Wild West by far, but longer than the Rescue.
A short story.
Well, it'll be longer than the Rescue, but shorter than a novella, I guess. I feel like I did something else for Haven this week, but I don't remember what it was. So we're just gonna go on past that.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, and our Facebook will be up and functional soon.
We have a
I
Facebook?
We
Yeah, wait
do
a
have a
minute.
Facebook.
Hold on.
The issue with it was that we were listed as a business, or as a community hub, and we didn't do. I didn't check in on something about it, and it deactivated.
Oh, fun.
So it's technically active right now because I reactivated it and fixed whatever it was, but because it was deactivated, I unhooked everything from it. So I've had to manually post a couple times to it, and I would rather have it just automatically do it. So I'll get that back up and functioning, and I'm gonna redo it a little bit, make it look a little better. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yee.
So,
Yee.
So we've done a lot in the last.
Oh my god,
month.
we have a Facebook.
Shut the fuck up. So, we've done a lot in the last month. Really getting the ball rolling again because things had kind of like trailed off, and that's not what we want.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff. Like we got the podcast up and running again, which
Yeah.
miracle in and of itself.
Yeah, seriously.
But for terms of discussion tonight, I wanted to ask you guys what you wanted to do with the server, what you wanted to see happen with the server in the next year. And
Oh my god, Nick followed us on Facebook. Sorry.
And yeah, where do you think will be? What do you think needs to happen to get us there? And this is pretty much just an open discussion. Like there's no turns. Just go when you feel like you belong, or don't.
Well, I've already. Can I go?
No, I
Yeah,
said
go.
or don't.
Yes.
No, I said or don't.
You said no turns, so.
Well, I'm taking my turn.
Proceed,
Fuck you.
Nick.
Fuck.
So, I have already taken the steps that I think are necessary in order to get Haven up and running again, at least in my own way, with these tournaments. And the fact that we even brought in one other person.
I'm sorry.
You're
he
very
walked
loud
over there
tomorrow.
really fast. So even though we brought in only one person, several people from the NorCal Discord group were watching the stream and are planning on participating in the next tournament. And so hopefully, slowly but surely, the at least tournament scene of and competitive side of Haven will get a little larger. which will bring in some more people and some more eyes on our creators, which is the goal.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And at least for me, once I actually have internet, I can stream for myself and do the different types of streaming that I would want to do, where I would do mostly competitive gaming, but also every now and then just stream myself game designing, because that sounds fun. So plus it'd make me actually sit down and game design, which I need. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I would like to see the tournaments happen more often and like have actual gaming events with people on the server. I think that would be really cool. And I'm glad that you're heading that
starting. Right.
Because I'm not good at corralling people into one space. I'm not good at doing it.
Baby step.
Yeah.
Little tiny baby steps.
I would like to see like I do participate in a lot of different areas in Haven, and I would like to see like a broader distribution. Sorry.
So she just wants to distribute the plague to as far reaches of the Haven server as possible.
Apparently. Unfortunately, I have to go see her at the end of this month, so rest in peace to me.
Literally dying, and you're...
It's okay, keep going, Kelly. We're only waiting on you. You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, good. We were worried there for a minute.
Everyone's callous disregard for my health. I forgot what I was saying.
You are
I would
affecting
like to
every
see a
part of the
wider
server.
distribution of people across the mediums. So like currently I'm the only active writer. But I think it would be cool if we had other people that wrote. Our other writer is on hiatus right now. But I think it'd be really cool to have people that have more people that represent a broader spectrum of what we do. Like Nick is one of our only game designers. I would really like to see.
We have Alex, don't we?
He comes and goes.
Not really.
Yeah, I think he
only joins in when he wants to game.
And then the like I'd like to see some more photographers that are actually like, we have a lot of photography submitted to the photography chat, and that's great, and I'm super glad that like people who aren't a photography creator are comfortable enough with our platform to share their own stuff, and that's super cool. But I would like to see more photography creators so that we can like, get their stuff out for them. Yeah, I would just like to see.
God.
I guess that's kind of short. I mean, in the long term, in the next decade.
Yes. This man likes to look forward to the future.
This could be anything.
Well, no, Geo doesn't. I've been teaching Geo how to look forward in the future. He sees 3 steps ahead of.
No,
so don't give Geo that much credit.
No, Nick, you have it backwards. I'm the. This is where I want to be, this far away, and you're like,
yeah,
okay,
you're right.
Hold on, time out. We need baby steps to get there. I'm like, shut up, I know.
You're right. I'm sorry.
So
I had
you
it
have
backwards.
it the other way around.
I've been teaching him how to slow it down.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, to look forward in the future, reasonably, like to say, like, oh, this is where we could feasibly get with these steps, kind of thing.
Well, no, Geo just wants to get to B without actually going through.
Yes,
A.
that's what I mean. Like, yeah.
Shut up.
Shut thick.
You manage you manage everything and see how it goes.
I manage you, so by definition, I manage everything.
He's not wrong.
All right, well then, Nick, the podcast has to go up Saturday night.
Great.
Are you recording?
No.
Well, there's your first
sucks
problem.
for you.
Well, time to restart.
And also,
What's up, guys?
I like how you just casually signed over Haven to Nick without consulting me. The second in command.
I'm sorry, I
Your
need
boss.
Well, everybody, this is your captain speaking. Now, Gio, I need you to do your bit, because if we're restarting the podcast, I need to record it.
Well, if we're thinking a decade, I'd like to see Haven in a position where we could actually support our creators and support people who win our tournaments.
I've been supporting the people who won our tournaments. I paid the winner $30.
Right. But, I mean, like, with Haven money.
Yeah,
like,
I can see where you're coming from.
Our money.
With income from Haven. It's not your money, Nick.
I said our money with the Russian background and the Russian anthem in the background. Thank you, Gio.
But that was me.
It says additional pylons.
Oh.
He put
I thought you meant I'm sorry. I was like...
Me after Kelly takes credit for my communism.
Yeah, I would like to see Haven itself with its own financial account, Nick, in a position to support our creators and the tournament winners of Haven.
That would be cool.
And to be like not that it is now, but like I don't ever want Haven to become a chore, like something I think like, oh god, like I have this career that I'm doing, but I also have to take care of Haven. Like it's such a drag. Like I never want it to be that. And I kind of always want it to be like something that I really enjoy doing as well. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think it will remain that way because I have such great people to work with and such great people to hang out with, and to obviously like doing this podcast, like I get to do it with my friends, and that's super cool.
Oh, I'm a friend now.
Yeah.
I'm just a friend. Screw you. I'll be better about everything.
Nick, higher than that is taken, so...
Best friend isn't?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Nick.
That can be arranged.
Nick, I love you dearly.
No, you don't.
But you're not. It's not you.
It's me. I just got the it's not you'd. Oh my god.
I don't
know. You got like friend.
How do you feel?
You got like just friend from best friend zone. Yeah, so, I would like to see Haven.
Oh, sorry, Kelly.
Is that my car?
I really hope not.
Being stolen again?
Far away. Okay. Sorry, a car alarm is going off. My car was pseudo broken into last night.
It was broken into.
Well, it wasn't broken into because it was unlocked.
But stuff was stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I guess that still counts as being broken into. They got my
Hydro Flask, and I'm really bitter about it. But we're not going to talk about it because I'm going to cry.
And your volume knob.
You just talked about it.
And my volume knob off of my stereo.
You're still talking about it.
Like.
But yes, we won't talk about it.
Back on track.
Yeah, so I would like to see it grow and in a place that we could support our varied cast of characters, shall we say.
I think I like to be I'm a pessimistic person. Very much so. But for this I do want to remain optimistic because I don't want to see Haven as an if we get big, because that's stupid. Because I don't think it's an if, I think it's only a matter of time. Yeah. That this isn't just a Discord server. We want this to be pretty much a business. And if things go well in the long run, this could be our careers. And that's what I really want to work towards, especially with these tournaments and starting to get a lot of people in on this. If we can get that financial support like Kelly was talking about, we might be able to sustain ourselves off of this, which would be like the most amazing feature ever.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But I agree. I really hope to see Haven grow to be something a lot bigger than what it is now. and just seeing a lot of people come in and a lot of people being welcomed, you know, and a lot of people really enjoying their time here and telling their friends, "Oh, come join the server. You know, I'm having a really good time in here. I've met so and so many people that really like my work, and also they're really, really cool, and I hang out with them." And I feel that personally because that's how I came in here. I was just found in a random game of
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Adopted.
yeah, I was basically just adopted out of Siege.
Plucked from the crowd.
And yeah, and then I was invited to the server and started hanging out and started getting to know everybody. And then now I'm a moderator, and I have seen Kelly a lot, and I have visited her.
Whoa.
And Geo, I've only seen once. So get wrecked, Geo.
Bro.
Yeah, and you have
Like
a family.
I do now.
A
yes,
forced adopted family.
I still have the adoption papers in my dresser. By the way.
No,
those are from me, or I guess from Lily for me.
I do want to say I think something that's really cool that has become sort of a hallmark of Haven, not like what we set out to make Haven be originally, but like something that's really cool is we'll be in a game and something will happen, like we'll meet someone like Leaving and Kai or Nathan, regrettably, or no, just kidding.
Wow, I'm gonna tell him.
You know, we meet really cool people, and
I know what you're talking about, Kelly. Hold
we're
on.
like, hey, so there's this server that we're part of, and yes,
I knew exactly what Kelly was talking about.
And I think every time we found a new person, like we were in this random game, and we got teamed with this guy who was really weird and kept telling us how he was locked in a basement, even though it was abundantly clear that he wasn't. And that was Llamas. And he turned out to be a huge part of this server, and we found Leaving through it.
You won't even say who it is, Kelly. You have.
I did. I just said.
He did.
You cut out for me.
Jeebus.
It's a train wreck.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I think something that's really unique about having a community like this is you're actively looking for opportunities to say, hey, I have this super cool server to come hang out in. And that Haven is a place to just hang out. Like you really can just say, like, I have people I just met on here and people that I've known for 17 years. And so like it's really cool to have that sort of community where you literally can just hang out with your friends. Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah. That was the exact moment I ran out of things to say.
Got it.
You're like, word count reached, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting that all of the different cases of people coming into the server, like the way I met Melon was I literally posted a Mercy video to my Instagram and she commented on it and we started talking and we started hanging out, and that's why she and her entire group are here. And you know, I convinced her to start streaming, or I was part of the group that was trying to convince her to start streaming, and now she's got what, 400 followers, I think.
It was also super crazy to me that like literally I can remember this because it was like not that long ago, but like I can remember the exact moment.
Yeah, 360.
That Gio was like, hey, I think it would be really cool if we got like 12 people together, like all of our friends, and we made like a server to game. And we started like
something about ultimate gamers.
Figuring it out. And it was really cool.
Well, it wasn't like for gaming, it was
it was to showcase what like get a bunch of our people together who made stuff.
Yeah, and
to have
it in one place.
It wasn't specifically for gaming.
No.
But
you're gonna tell the story, get it right.
I'm sorry, I'm really tired and I've had a glass of wine and I'm just chilling.
Oh boy.
I'm just vibing, all right?
We just
Clearly
vibing.
Not.
We vibing. You know how it be.
You know how it be.
Well, and then like
and Gio's sitting in really uncomfortable positions on my floor, like with his laptop.
We were up all
God.
night setting up the server.
He was literally like laying on his back with his legs in the air, but like crunched up.
Yeah, it was
His,
bad.
like,
Working on my
yeah.
shitty Chromebook trying to get the server set up.
Yeah. And all the like, he literally spent. I think we once spent an hour and a half where I was just sitting there. I was on Instagram or something. I wasn't even paying attention because Gio spent that hour and a half organizing the. So if you are on the Haven server, you will see that it's organized absolutely beautifully in descending order of length of channel names.
Yes. And ascending order of voice chat names.
Yes. And Gio spent like an hour and a half originally working on that. So you'll see this beautiful
and changing names so they fit, and yeah.
It was very meticulous. I mean, Gio does not fuck around, all right? This is like curated work right here.
Then I'm glad
oh my god,
first...
Captain Glasses, shout out, thank you for the sub on YouTube.
Fucking
Also, though,
Kelly's
speaking
like a
of your
freaking
meticulous work,
pro. It's like, ooh, shiny. Ooh.
My phone is right here, and I got the email notification.
Like, if your brain had an actual train of thought, like there'd be so many track switches. Like the cars would just come off. If your
brain had an actual train of thought, implying that I actually do not have a train of thought.
Hold on, multi.
Oh no, another meme.
Brain. Yeah.
What am I looking? I just want you all to know that Gio is literally like the meme dealer. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, I've never seen something more.
So Kelly's train of thought is going, and then the YouTuber shink. It's
Alex, this is my train of thought. Apparently, this is how my brain works.
Anyway,
it's more like a trolley.
Back to my train of thought of, you know, the different stories of how everyone got here, and now we're all so interconnected. Like when the server was 12 people, I managed to convince a streamer that I had met and befriended, McIntyre. And, you know, we've gotten the opportunity to game with him. He's not on super often, but he was actually on last week, and we hung out for a little bit. But because McIntyre joined the server, we got people like Pizza, 21, and a whole list of other people, just because, you know, I had the guts to ask Mac. I'm like, hey, you know, I know you don't really know me that well, but I'd love you to be a part of this community.
And actually, I was doing the creator checklist the other day, and I was looking.
Oh, we got
Twitch
Kat.
Channel.
Kat was one of Mac's followers, and now she posts all the time.
Kat's art is amazing. You should check it out.
Well, now Kat and Pixel are friends, and another guy I met on Instagram, and like they're super close friends now, and it's just cool.
Yeah, and like the fact that like Owen was saying, like, or leaving. I don't remember what I've been calling you this podcast, but we're just gonna go with it.
You call me everything all the time. It doesn't matter. I respond to everything.
Like there are people you like meet and you're close with online, and like you know, it's like your friends from class and your friends from like your neighborhood, and they never cross over. But you know, there's the friends that you game with, and then there's the friends you have in real life. And for a really long time, that was like it. Like for me, I'd never met anybody that I game with or whatever. I have now fed Owen from my very own kitchen. He has slept on my living room floor.
Specifically the floor. Thanks,
Specifically the floor. Which is incredibly cool. And we've also
So thanks for that.
We've met llamas now. And that's super cool, and it was amazing to do that. And
did you?
Yeah.
We found llama through a game of Siege. It was trapped in the YouTuber's basement.
I thought you meant
he was not. Yeah, he got out of the basement. He's really recovering really well. Still scared of small spaces, but
No, Kelly, I thought you meant like you actually met him.
Yeah,
no,
we did.
We did.
We have actually gone to visit him. Yeah, I
haven't met him yet.
Yeah, Gio and Ellen and I went.
He's tall, dude.
Yeah, he's real tall. It was
doesn't
really.
sound like
I was
he's
like,
tall. He sounds like he's a 4.5 foot midget.
Well, Nick, you don't sound like you're built like a truck, but
yeah, you don't.
Okay, you know that's also true.
Nick, what do I sound like to you?
A tiny woman.
Oh, okay.
Tiny women.
That's just because I already know what you look like.
Apparently,
Not
Owen sounds like a
tiny.
black man.
You are tiny, Kelly.
Yeah. Also,
You are
apparently, I'm a
small
black
woman,
man.
Yeah,
but
it's
your profile picture is white.
it's true, everybody.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Oh,
Magic.
See,
Yeah.
you're all talking about how like you actually hang out, and then there's me and my group of fighters hermits. Who,
Oh, Owen, I don't know if you
Hermits.
know this because you can't see their chat. I specifically made them a place where they can hide it in the server.
Where nobody can see them.
Yeah.
actually, literally, no one can see us.
Like Nick's in charge of it. He moderates it. So
oh wait, really?
Kelly, literally only them.
Oh,
the
I
Filthy
didn't know
Monkeys
that.
role gives them access to that
Oh.
point in the server, and that's
And only
specifically so
them.
they can play fighters. Like that's the
Yes.
point.
Is it where they
Ah.
are right now?
Yes, actually,
Yes.
there's 2 of them.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
cool.
that's
All
the
right,
time
I can't see.
chamber.
I was like, hold on.
And they have actually talked to me about how much they love Haven, but you know
They won't say it to
They-
us.
that's because they again they're fighting game hermits. From my experience with fighting game gamers, they only affiliate themselves with other fighting game
It's
nerds.
like that.
It's
It's
really
like that
weird.
Facebook meme of like the people in like a conference room or a big classroom, and the sign on the door says "Engineers working. Do not tap on glass. Easily startled."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's us. They love the server and they are very happy to be a part of this. And I've made honestly some of my closest friendships with some of these guys. When Giovanni first gave me this little section of the Discord, I think there was only 2 of us. It was just me and Connor. Before that,
No, there was one other because you had specifically asked for it for the group, and I said the 2 of you were in charge because you were the first.
maybe
Let's scroll back in the history.
Geo pulling out receipts.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
boy.
spat on himself.
No, actually, Giovanni has a pinned message from basically when it started, 4/5/2019. Jump. Yeah, this is
interesting.
this
Yes.
is the beginning of Kame
Hmm.
House.
Yes.
Fish Sock
Mhm.
was sent a message 423, so he was there early
Fish
too.
Sock.
So it was me, Fish, and King, and it was
Yep.
Fish, me, King, and Connor were the first 4 when we decided to make this group. But Connor was really the first one that I met, and we became very, very good friends. And from then on, we just accumulated more. We now have 16 people here, and most of
Sorry.
them, huh?
The friggin' thing had a heart attack.
Most of them play pretty consistently. I am gonna have to do some cleaning of this server because I don't mind the fact that they don't play fighters because fighters, hasn't gotten a big update in literally a year. But if they don't hang out, then they really shouldn't be part of it. But that's something that I gotta deal with. But this little section of the Discord group has led me to really focusing and finding that competing in games is one of the most fun and amazing things that I've ever done. I've met a lot of crazy good people. I've met streamers that compete in tournaments all over the world. And I'm going to Evo because of this server, and I'm going to meet King.
And you're
when
gonna
we're
have
in-
official jerseys because of this
And we're
server.
gonna have official
Yeet.
jerseys. I'm representing our team.
Nice.
Speaking of which, I'm
And-
actually
And
wearing
also
mine.
King is.
And also King is gonna be competing in Evo as well with our jersey.
Cool. I didn't know
yeah.
that actually. That's awesome.
So even though we're little hermits, we do highly support what we're doing here, even though I'm really the voice of my people.
Nick is acting as
I am the
spokesperson.
Lorax. I speak for the trees.
Pretty much.
um,
They're really good guys, but we stick only there. Sadly,
Yeah.
you're packing.
we don't know
us.
how to play. We don't know how to play first-person shooters. That's our problem.
That's okay. We don't know how to play fighters, so
Right.
So that's why you don't hang out with us.
Yeah.
See, that's why. We don't really
yeah.
have that common ground. That's why I want those more. This is why I need ideas for that sort of those common ground games, like the MISC games for tournaments that everyone might have, like TF2. TF2's free. That's a game that
and
pretty much
almost
everyone
everyone has played TF2.
And
I haven't
also,
played TF2.
I don't know if this is
How-
like something
off
we
the chat.
would do a lot, but like it would be kind of funny if we found a free game that like no one had played and we had a tournament with absolutely no previous experience in the game from anybody.
Yes, that sounds amazing.
That sounds really funny to me. That sounds like the meme, or not the meme, but the funny idea of Olympic players swapping sports. So like Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt doing table tennis. Like just some.
Oh boy, that would be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I just think it would be funny. Like just no previous experience with the game. Like nobody has any idea what it is, and we just have a tournament. Like no tutorial, just go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. That sounds like a lot of fun.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah. So,
That can be arranged.
yeah.
Brawlhalla's free.
I heard Brawlhalla is actually a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I actually play it.
Unfortunately,
Well, that means you just can't compete in it.
Exactly.
You could shoutcast.
Oh, and it's
I
it's
guess.
professional. Like
yeah, professional Brawlhalla.
Yeah. No, that's actually how I started talking to Yami in the server.
Oh, really?
When she got here, yeah, she was hanging out with, I think, Nathan and some other people, and so I hopped in. We were hanging out, and she didn't have Siege, and I was like, well, I don't really want to play Siege, so I'm not going to play. And then she was like, you got Brawlhalla? I was like, yeet, let's play. Proceeded to absolutely win 14-0. But you know,
you guys want to hear my first experience competing for fighters?
Mm-hmm.
So in Santa Rosa there is a little center called Epicenter. There's a what's a good word for this?
A game lounge.
Yeah, it's a multiplex.
A multiplex. That's what I was looking for. A multiplex called Epicenter. And part of it had a game lounge.
I thought you were talking about the game lounge specifically.
No, I was trying to find the word to describe the whole of Epicenter, because there's a sports center, there's a trampoline area, there's an arcade, and then there's the console section, where they said they would be hosting Monday Fight Nights, and Fighters was on the list. And I'm like, oh shit, let's compete in a local tournament for once. I felt that I was pretty good at the time, and since then I've drastically improved. I've looked at my old videos. It's like, God damn, Nick, you sucked. So the first time I was really nervous, and Giovanni, did you show up?
Yes.
There, or was it just me?
Nope, I came because you were
watched.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I remember getting a Snapchat from you.
Yeah.
I met, I forget his name. I think it was like Brad or something. It was pretty normal name, but he was the only other person who showed up for the Fighters tournament, and we just played against each other, and I beat him 44-0. It was a bit of a wash, and the proctor came up and he's like, do you want to just do a round robin? You'll pay some money. He's like, no, he's beaten me so many times already. The thing is, he could have quit any time. Okay, right. To be fair, he could have quit any time, but he kept going. He kept hitting his head against the same brick wall, which I completely appreciate. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. But my first experience was a 44-0. And then when I actually started competing, my first real tournament in Oakland. I did pretty well.
Got ninth.
Yeah, I've been consistently getting ninth, which is the funniest thing.
Well, you got seventh
I got
once.
fifth.
You got fifth. No, you got seventh.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Got ninth, seventh.
That
fifth,
was my
ninth.
best tournament so far.
Well, you haven't gone back since.
Well, that's not true. I fought the one after I fought Apology Man.
Yeah, you got ninth. You haven't gone back since.
Yeah.
I like how Gio knows more.
Yeah, because
Like-
I
Well,
went.
He's the
I'm the
Giovanni
coach.
He's the
acts
stats man.
as coach, cheerleader, water boy, food boy, bus driver, analyst,
Sponsor.
sponsor.
Yeah.
He's an official sponsor. He gave me $1. I make $1 a year under Geo, so it's great.
Wow.
Um,
Do they offer benefits with that, or?
he gets
Right.
to drive me.
He gets the rest. He gets the
Oh,
coach,
cool.
bus driver, everything else, and the dollar.
That's some pretty good benefits.
Place to live.
Well, that's not.
No,
that's not
I
on
get
me.
to live.
Oh,
I get
yeah.
the
Well,
right
when I said
to
a place
live.
to live, I meant this particular realm.
I
Nick.
see.
Yeah.
I haven't been banned from this realm of existence
No.
just yet. Um,
Just yet.
My-
I'm sure it's coming.
my favorite memory in tournaments was my second go around, where I drastically improved from the first tournament, and I not only became that Jiren player. For your information, who doesn't know, I play a very low tier team because I think it's way more fun than just going with the meta. So I've come up with some really stupid tricks to you know, balance it out a little bit. And not a lot of people have dealt with my characters because they're only used to the meta. So I was actually doing really well. People weren't expecting me to throw out the worst character in the game.
Hmm.
I also became the guy who wakes up and presses buttons. In fighting games, when you get knocked down and you quote unquote wake up, you are very negative. You pretty much, it's a suicide bet to wake up and attack because you're negative. You have to stand up, that takes frames, and then you have to start your attack, which takes frames. So if they have a 6-frame jab and it takes 3 frames for you to get up and 6 frames for you to jab, you lose. I was in a one-hit situation with another person. I got knocked down. On the winning round for me, he went for a command grab, and before he even inputted the button, I stood up and pressed buttons and won.
Psychopath.
like the crazy motherfucker I am, I in a tournament stood up on a very awful situation and pressed buttons and won the game.
And won the set.
Well,
And
damn.
won the set. Yeah, it was the set. It was set point.
Well, it's not done. It's not dumb if it works, right?
Well, that's
You're
what I told him.
The funniest thing is I didn't even realize how much traction I was getting. People were following me around and watching my game, which people are still when I go. People want to see this low tier team actually do well.
Like what? 80% of the players play the same 3, or say like have 2 of the same people on their team, and the odd ball is a third. Nick
Pretty
rolls
much.
in with 3 oddballs, and he's like, and people are like, "Ooh, that's interesting," and then starts competing.
That's
People wanna
the
watch that.
plan. I want to win Evo. I've been biting at the ankles of this really well-known streamer called Apology Man, and the last time I played him was at Oakland. He got 9th place at Evo last year, so he's only very good. In that
Only
tournament,
very good.
only very good. At the tournament where I met him, I think it was 3 months ago now. I got to play him, and I was very excited. I beat him once. I lost the set. I lost 2-1.
A set of 3. Yeah.
However, I was the only person in the tournament to take a single game away. Everyone lost 2-0.
Well,
And
then-
in the grand finals, he lost
say,
3-0. He won
say.
3-0.
And you
Yeah,
haven't gone back
okay.
since, and you've gotten significantly better.
Yes. So I actually stand a reasonable chance at making pretty far at Evo. So the goal isn't to just do well. The goal is to make myself visible. No one cares about the 4 people who get far because they use.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
attract the following because I'm gonna get far because
Yeah.
of the non-meta. That's more interesting and more hype to
Oh,
watch than
absolutely.
anything else.
I
You-
100%
you-
agree.
And I just
Tough
came
Tachanka mains.
just 3 days ago. I
Russian
came up
Badger
with
pulling out
stupid-
Tachanka in that tournament a while
Wearing
back.
the Tachanka helmet. Nick, you should dress up as 21 for Evo.
Yes.
I would rather dress up as Jiren.
No, 21.
In the pink
21 would
And
get
the
you more
pink
spandex.
following.
jumpsuit, yes.
Also,
If you
shout
buy
out Kelly
me
for the like on
pink
stream.
spandex for Jiren, I will wear it for Evo.
Bet,
Gio's considering this.
bet.
It's up there with the bandit body pillow.
I mean, I've seen that bandit body pillow, and I'd stick my dick in it.
Wow. All right.
Nick,
We're
Nick,
gonna.
don't stick your dick in crazy. That's not. Don't.
What if
It
you're
might
already
shock you.
crazy?
Literally. Oh boy.
Yes.
Anyway, we're gonna go back to the topic at hand. Haven.
Okay. Yeah, Haven.
Let's rewind about 30 minutes.
No,
Back
it's
to the-
fine.
Back to the topic.
Oh, I was supposed to do this at the beginning of the pod.
Oh my god.
But I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think we said that we would do it at the beginning, and I kind of forgot about it.
I mean, I said
But,
that you could if you wanted.
Yeah. But I do. Want.
Gio,
Um,
Yes.
you can buy pink Power Rangers that look almost identical to Jiren's pink outfit.
10 picks.
Let me find one that looks close.
Anyways, Kelly, you were saying.
So I asked Gio if it would be cool if I did a book rec every episode.
Every podcast.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
sorry. And so I spent some time thinking about it. If you guys would like to hear a recommendation for a specific genre, please leave a comment or message us in about it. I'm happy to research. It's not like it's a hardship for me to buy new books. It's a hardship for Gio to hear about me buying new books, but it's
And
not
it's
a hardship
for Alec to build you more shelves.
It was a group effort. All right, I supervised.
Oh yes.
Actually, that's not true. But for this one, I'm gonna recommend one of my favorite novels ever. I'm actually gonna do two, but just to start off. One of them is one of my favorite novels ever. It's called The Perfume Collector. It's really cool. It's historical fiction. And it's a historical fiction dual narrative where it's told about two separate people in two separate times. And it works towards them connecting. I highly recommend it. It's by Kathleen Tesaro. It's beautifully written. The character development and the just the characters themselves, the way that they speak, the way that they interact with each other is something that I've never really seen before. And it's absolutely beautiful. The other one I want to recommend is a nonfiction book, and I want to bring it up because it really impacted me. It's Catch and Kill by Ronan Farrow. It's nonfiction about his reporting on the Harvey case. And it's, for the topic, incredibly funny. Like, I don't know how he took that topic and made it funny, but he it's like a real life spy novel almost, like espionage and being tailed by some bumbling Russian guys who like don't quite know who they're following. But it's really fascinating if you like current political literature and journalism, which I am interested in. As someone who is just getting into nonfiction, having not liked nonfiction for my whole life, I highly recommend it. And also listening to his interviews because he's really funny. He talks about his husband a lot, and his husband is a podcaster as well. And so he
Let's get him on the podcast.
yeah. We should.
Let's
I think
go.
that would
Let's
be really
invite.
I think that'd be. But yeah, those are my 2 recommendations. The Perfume Collector by Kathleen Tesaro and Catch and Kill by Tesaro. I highly recommend.
Thank you for the recommendations. I'm an idiot and I don't read, so I will take those to heart.
Yeah. I also want to say that I am currently reading War and Peace. I'm 55 pages into it. I had to stop reading the other day because
You're
But,
having
um,
but I will let you know what I think of it. I loved Anna Karenina, which is also by Tolstoy. War and Peace is, what did I say it was? Like 936 pages? Yeah. So it'll be a while, even
Jeebus.
for me. I read fairly quickly, so that so what I mean is when you comment, I will go and get the book and read it and tell you how it is. Because I can't read very quickly. However, 900 pages is a long time for anybody. But I will be saying what I think.
I want to see that book done in 2 days.
I work both tomorrow and the next day.
Doesn't matter. 2 days.
Staple it to your forehead and you can read the pages.
And then I drive home on Monday, and that's a 5-hour drive. So
Yeah,
I don't
you have
know
5
if
hours.
Ebook.
Yeah.
No, you have to read it.
No, not an ebook. I can't. I don't absorb.
Is that like an e-boy?
Yes.
You know, it's something that I actively tune out and like can't
So,
really
an
conceive
e-boy.
of. So
E-boys?
yeah. I meant
Like me. Oh, no, that's just father to me. Never mind.
no, the concept of
You mean
cool. I
thought.
think they work really well. But I cannot absorb. They're not books to me. They're just podcasts of like things.
Oh, so what's wrong with podcasts, Kelly?
No,
Yeah.
nothing. Like, but
Yeah, what's wrong
I
with podcasts?
have to listen.
Kelly doesn't like podcasts.
Like,
Damn.
no, they're different mediums. And I am a visual learner, and I really cannot absorb like
All I hear is complaints.
no. I'm not complaining, Nick. You're projecting. No, I just like electronic books like Kindles and Fires and whatever. I don't particularly like them. I just like I like the feel of a book in my hand.
See,
Yeah.
I'm the exact opposite.
also that
I
way you
can't
don't-
read. If I'm reading, okay, I can read.
What's
but,
up, Moon? I'm 20 and I never learned how to fucking read.
but like when I'm reading a book, I get distracted. I have small brain, and I can't focus for that long. And so like I'll read, a chapter, and be like, okay, I don't know what the fuck I just read. I'm gonna go back and reread it.
Well,
And
I mean,
then I might get it.
to be
But if I
fair-
listen to a book, I can get it just fine. Like I'll be like, oh, dude, that was an awesome book. I loved that book. Like
yeah,
Artemis. I listened to Artemis on
Artemis.
whatever Amazon has for their books. I don't Audible.
Still-
Listen to it on
oh,
Audible. When I was working, and it was a really good book, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and audiobooks are great for a lot of people. They just don't click with me. So like I'm not like audiobooks should be banned. They're horrible. And I wrote a blog post about it. You should go read it. Like I'm not it's
Is
cool.
this why I
Like,
hate
if-
video games?
This is why I hate video games. Audiobooks appeal to the male fantasy. But yeah. Anyway, this got very off topic. I'm sorry, Gio. You tried to bring it back
I was literally
in.
gonna say, can we maybe
No,
get it back for a
No.
minute?
no.
Okay,
No.
well then maybe we should.
I'm
call it
telling you,
night.
Gio, I am here to just ruin your podcast and off the
I
rails.
think I've
all
been doing a pretty good job of that myself.
Well-
I'm so sorry. I'm really tired.
Anyway,
Yes.
we have been going for an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm gonna say like, get your final thoughts in,
Did you ever say where you? Yeah, you did. You said where you want.
kinda, but I wanted more to hear what you guys had. For me, it's a lot of keeping up with things not letting things fall by the wayside again. So like
Yeah.
making sure the podcast stays consistent, sure the uploads stay consistent, making sure that the people who we are supporting stay consistent, like just
Yeah.
accountability for that. But that comes down to just keeping things going and not letting it fall, like I said, fall off again, because that's no fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, though it is tough to continuously do everything for months on end without messing up. But
Yeah, and
I do agree to
without a like
Yeah.
it's pretty much just Kelly and I, with the addition of Nick just recently to help with tournament stuff.
Yeah.
So like it's hard, but we're doing
And
our
we are
best.
like, we do care, as you know, we extend the courtesy to our creators that you can always tell us if you need to take a break or you're
Yeah, but we're not even
just not
doing
feeling
that.
what.
We're not even like keeping up with them for the most part.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, I mean, we have to, like, when something happens, we have to take that time for ourselves, and it hits the server a lot harder because when we take the website doesn't get updated, the Instagram doesn't get updated, and it's hard
Or-
to get back into that because it's a lot.
or
yeah.
creator applications aren't seen for like 3 months.
I said I was sorry. All right, you're on the list now. Okay.
I am on the list.
When was your last YouTube
don't-
video?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. It's like if people aren't doing stuff, manage roles, manage.
Yeah, watch it or I'll
Okay.
manage your role leaving.
Damn, son. Okay.
Owen still posts art. Which I
Yes, you.
would
I do
I will
something.
make your
count towards
secondary
his stuff.
or artist. Wow.
That's the big thing for me. Just making sure things continue rolling and like progress is always being made, even if it's small. Just not letting things flatline like we did the last couple months, which is unfortunate. But we're back on the saddle. We're doing stuff again. Yeah, that's my big thing right now. And I want to see, success for the people that we're supporting, and I want to see Nick compete. I want to see Kelly write. I want to see that for everyone.
Whatever the fuck I do.
I want to
Wanna
see
see Owen
Owen
meme.
I want to see Owen CPU not burst into flames every 3 seconds.
Right. Tell that to Blender, not me.
Sorry. Go
Also,
ahead.
yeah, I love how when I do export, I'll export, like a pretty decent sized file where it's like, yeah, this looks really good. Wait, it's like 100 million times too big to put on Discord, so now I need to make a really itty bitty tiny one.
Rescale the
Now
one
I've
you
got,
have,
like-
lol.
Yeah, but then it's like it doesn't look so good on my wallpaper. And I'm a nerd. And it has to look crisp.
Make a copy and
Gotta get that 1080p.
make a copy and then resize that, bro.
That's basically what I do. I just have like two of the same thing. Like I think I have like 10 now. I've made like 10 different renders. So I have 20 of them. Because I just make small ones so I can share.
Small.
Anyway,
Lol.
Yeah. I agree.
Any other things you guys want to talk about before we start calling it a night? I'd want to make sure that these things don't go drastically off the rails and go drastically long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for the future, I'm gonna shoot for an hour. If we go over, I'll give us a max of an hour and a half, pretty much. So we still have technically 15 minutes in my head, but I want to make sure that it's filled with meaningful conversation to the best of our ability. So, any other thoughts before we start wrapping up?
if you're listening to this and you're not part of, I want to say check out our Discord, obviously, but also check out our website. You can find all of our creators on there, and you can see all of their art and their YouTube videos. Sorry, and their Twitch and all that. Because we, as I said before, we can't pay them, and a lot of them aren't getting paid to do what they do. They do it. They love the medium. So even just dropping them a comment or a like or something, just to support them, from the social abyss, really helps them out, and really makes us feel good that we can support them in an actual tangible way. So if you have lasted through this hour of podcast and you're hearing me say this
Podcast.
please go to our website, contentcreatorshaven.com, and scroll through, check everybody out, see what they do, because they
Yeah, and then if you are interested in the Discord, hop in, say hey.
Yeah.
Message people.
Leaving will
Just be like, what up?
always welcome you within like
Yep.
5 minutes of you joining. He's like a
I
laser.
do my best. I do my best.
Yeah, you'll get a customized welcome.
You'll be lucky if I say hi.
Right, you'll be lucky to see anybody on this podcast except for me online.
Hey,
So,
hold on.
I mean, you've been a little bit better.
Yeah,
You've been better.
Who's the real face of Haven here? Geo leaving?
It's leaving. Yeah.
All right,
No,
Owen, you're in
no.
charge.
Geo's the head. Leaving's
Uh-oh.
the poster child. Like Tracer's the poster child.
It's like the saying behind every man's
Jeff
power
Kaplan is the
one
head.
woman. Yeah. Like, yeah. Like Jeff Kaplan's the head.
So you're our mascot leaving.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Congratulations, you've been promoted.
I was
Yay.
gonna say demoted, but that's fine with me.
Ooh. Yikes.
I will continue to stay online.
Yeah.
I will do my part as a mascot.
You're not allowed to leave
And fuck. Okay.
or log off.
But he's leaving.
True.
Bro.
Get wrecked.
Shit. Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. This is your captain leaving.
Yeah.
Wait,
thank you
what?
so much for listening.
I'm captain now?
Look at me. I am the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening, you guys. Really excited to do these podcasts in the future with Walter as well. We're very excited to have him be a part of this.
Yeah, and
Since
you
it
won't
was
have to
his
hear
idea.
from Owen for like 6 months, so you
Exactly.
have that to look forward to.
You'll see
as
me
well.
disappear
Under
for a long
mysterious
time.
circumstances.
Oh no, I
we've
just mean
had
he
other
won't be on the
people-
podcast.
I know.
And then I, for some reason, won't be online anymore.
Yeah. He didn't come to visit me. I don't know. Yeah, so thank you so much for listening. Do you sign off, or should I sign off?
You can sign off. I believe in you.
Okay.
I have full faith in you. I
I
don't know
know.
why, but I
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah, that seems like a mistake on your part. But thank you so much for listening. This is CCTV. We'll be back next week with another podcast. And we'll catch y'all later.
Goodbye. Nor.